Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Wake up, it's Monday morning. Time to get you caught up on Raid Shadow Legends to get your week kicked off. We've got some craziness going on. A guaranteed champion summon coming up. We knew one was coming soon based on how long it has been since we had something like Helior, Countess Licks, and those type of events. We've also got the speed set being boosted again, CvC changes, and lots of things coming down the line, but I will get you all caught up. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, we just came off of a 2x Void weekend, which is why this week we're going to see the shift to more of a guaranteed champion slash 10x, whatever special event besides a 2x. And then the next 2x about 10 days from now is going to be Ancients. It goes Ancient, Sacred, Void. We just had Void. So in about 10 days, we will get 2x Ancients after this week's guaranteed event for Lady Kimmy. And if you would like a refresher course as to what those look like, this is what the event for Countess Licks looks like. It's got a little bar. It's going to be exactly the same thing this week for Lady Kimmy. You're going to have the bar where you summon ancient shards, and it will slowly fill up to 150, and that will not count towards your mercy system. So if you summon Lady Kimmy before the 150 ancients, which is extremely rare, but if that does happen, the event will end for you. You're not going to be able to keep going and get the guaranteed Lady Kimmy to get 2 of them. That's going to be extremely rare that happens. Typically, you're just going to pull shards until you get the legendary at 150, and then you will get rewarded with the guaranteed Lady Kimmy on your 150th shard. It actually is a shard that goes towards it. It's not just a champion you can go claim. It actually does make your 150th shard guaranteed to be a Lady Kimmy when you pull it. Or at least that's how it worked from what I remember in the Countess Licks event. But also, I do actually have a video already out on Lady Kimmy because I was lucky enough to have her be one of the first Shadowkin legendaries I got on my account. So there is the infographic if you want to see that. And then I do also have the video right there if you want to check out the dedicated video to Lady Kimmy. But really quick, we can go over her kit and talk about my opinion on her as a champion and if I would recommend going for the 150 Ancients to acquire her. So first of all, something that really stands out is she has really good stats. She's over 20k HP with 1150 basically defense, 115 base speed, is one of the best in the game. And then she also gets 40 between base resistance and accuracy, which is pretty much par for the course there. So definitely pretty solid stats. The A1 is going to attack one enemy and then attack the enemy with the highest turn meter. Will attack the same enemy twice if the initial target also has the highest turn meter. Really good for something like the Fire Knight, a situation like that for turn meter suppression. The second hit also has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 50%. And I do actually showcase this and like zoom in on the effect and stuff if I remember correctly during the Lady Kimmy video that I did. Then we've got the A2. It's going to be an AoE with a booked up 100% chance of placing both decreased accuracy and the big version of decreased speed for 2 turns. And then we're also going to be able to book it to 100% chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 15%. When that's booked, that's a 3-turn cooldown. That's insane. You get the lower accuracy, the lower speed, and the lower turn meter all on a 3-turn cooldown AoE. Really good A2. Then we've got the A3. It's going to remove 1 random buff from each enemy and then a booked up 100% chance of placing a block buffs for 2 turns on enemies who had something removed. And then we're also going to fill the turn meter of all allies by 15% and place an increased accuracy and an increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. That books to a 4-turn cooldown. So you're getting both sides of the speed manipulation. We're going to lower theirs and buff ours. Both sides of accuracy manipulation. We're going to lower theirs and buff ours. We're also going to do AoE buff strip. It's not fully, it's not like remove all buffs, but it's going to remove 1 random one. And then if it does, it's going to block buffs, kind of similar to that ability that Saris has where it flies in and if it removes something, it places the block. I think Saris does the block buffs on your team if it removes. Yeah, sorry, it says place a block debuffs buff on all allies if a buff is stolen. So a little bit different than Lady Kimmy's. But yeah, anyway, definitely really solid stuff here on the kit so far. And then the passive is whenever this champion places a debuff on an enemy, also decrease that enemy's turn meter by 5% for each debuff, and she places a lot of them. Whenever this champion or an ally receives a debuff, fill their turn meter by 5%, and we get a Doom Tower speed aura by 30%. So On paper, Lady Kimmy is really, really good. Obviously, you can see so much utility, buff manipulation, speed manipulation, accuracy manipulation, a speed aura that's huge of 30%, really good base stats. So definitely Lady Kimmy, an extremely solid legendary. If I did not already have her, I would probably pull the 150 Ancients to go for her, as long as it was realistic to have that amount on my account. And then also big news in the raid community is the changes that are coming to CvC. Plarium has been doing a lot of adjusting recently on CvC. Like a few weeks ago, they did a bunch of sweeping changes to the points and how that works. Most notably in terms of acquiring champions, like pulling shards during CvC. They buffed that significantly, especially when you acquire new champions during CvC. But now they're going to be messing with the time frame of when these matches happen. I did talk about the real reason they're doing this. I'll try to link to that video right there. But the too long didn't watch, if you missed that video, was they're probably going to be changing the time frame of CvC to the weekend to have the matches take place on Saturday and Sunday instead of Tuesday and Wednesday, because they want to coincide with 10x shard events. The 2x events are already nice and hyped up. They don't need to do anything special for those, but to make more incentive during the 10x's, where less shards are typically pulled compared to the 2x events. So they're going to add the CvC and the 10x to coincide with each other. And then they're probably sick of us all farming easy fights in Tag Team Arena, setting one-person defenses for each other early in the week, and farming up our CvC points and our missions and all that. So they're going to move it to the weekend to force us to compete in 3v3 Tag Team Arena, because it's going to be during the reset. The reset happens typically Sunday night, Monday morning, depending on where you live in the world. And now with CvC being Saturday and Sunday, Tag Team Arena just got a lot tougher. So I'm hoping they make some adjustments to Tag Team Arena. I think when they originally designed the 3v3 arena, it's based on a flat number of players. So as the raid player base grows, it gets tougher and tougher to place high in Tag Team Arena, and it is really just bonkers insane. Even in Bronze, you're going to see Tormund, Krisk, Sify, Warlord, just insane champions, because Tag Team Arena is a lot tougher than the Classic Arena. So hopefully we see that shifting to a percentage of the player base instead of a raw flat number. That would go a long way to helping 3v3 be a lot more fun for the player base. And obviously, Roric Wormbane, the fragment event for the new legendary here, is coming to a close. Now, a lot of you are probably going to be acquiring him soon or have just done so recently. So I will remind you that I do have a infographic and a dedicated video to Roric Wormbane if you want to see my full thoughts on him if you just got him. Then for the tournaments going on in game, the first thing we've got is the Dragon tournament going on for the next few days, but hold off. Don't go crazy in the Dragon today, because what we are hearing from Plarium on the back end behind the scenes is that tomorrow on September 21st, they're going to be launching a 2x, they call these drop fevers. They're going to be launching a 2x drop fever for the speed set. So it's going to be an insane opportunity to farm up some speed gear. Going to be a really good time to grind the Dragon. Probably one of the best times you'll ever see in Raid to grind a dungeon. It's just the best opportunity you're going to get to acquire the speed set, which is you can never have enough good speed pieces on your account. It goes with everything. It's got consistent value for champions you put it on. So it's going to be a great time to grind the Dragon, but that is not live right now. It's going to be going live tomorrow according to what they are telling us. Then we've also got the Champion Training Tournament. This is pretty standard. I do recommend trying to get to 4,700. 10 core hammers, not that bad to go after. And 4,700 is decently doable. So anytime you can scoop up core hammers, you want to make sure you are doing so, because obviously you want to be able to get those good sets, the Swift Parry most notably in the Forge. And it's your best opportunity to kind of get a hold of those is in events like this. Then under the events tab, we have got the Artifact Enhancement event starting tomorrow. So hold off today. Be careful about spending your silver and upgrading stuff. You're going to want to wait till tomorrow to do that. And then the Dungeon Divers, I believe this is going to be the end of Roric. You want to make sure and get this stuff done today so you don't miss out on the fragments you need for Roric, because that is going to be coming to a close very soon. And then I guess the next one we're going to get is probably the Halloween event. So we're coming up towards the end of September. Here in a couple weeks, I bet you they're going to launch some sort of Halloween fusion. They have always done a special fusion event for Halloween, whether it's Harvest Jack and Madame Saris and Miscreated Monster. They've always got some sort of champions coming around with the Halloween theme ever since Raid has been in existence, so I expect this Halloween to be no different, and we should start hearing some rumblings behind the scenes either this week or next week about what is going to be coming down the line for the Halloween event. And you're also going to want to start focusing on those Doom Tower secret rooms and stuff, because we're getting close to about 10 days left in the Doom Tower. So start really ironing out your progress and getting as far as you can get in the Doom Tower. Something worth focusing on. And don't forget, obviously, Monday mornings, your arena rewards are going to be set and everything's going to be reset back to stock. So make sure your defenses are in order and make sure your rank and tier and everything that you want lined up in the arena is right and ready to go on Monday mornings. I know sometimes I forget about that a lot, so I like to remind you guys on Monday mornings. So alrighty, let's fire up the shop and see if there's anything worth going over. I can plug these in for you guys. They should be pretty normal. I don't expect anything too insane coming off of the 2X Void weekend, but let's go ahead and see. So we've got 100 brews and 500 gems. We already got the silver in there. And then we've got 6 5-star chicken. Let's go 6. Boom. 1.36. Yeah, that one is really bad. The Great Deal Mix Pack. Let's go ahead and plug this one in. 60. Delete this. Silver 2.5. Okay. Energy of 1800. 30 times 4. 120 brews. And then we've got 15 and 7 on the tomes. Boom, 2.35. So technically it's okay. There's no shards in it, so it's unfortunate to spend a lot of money when you're not getting any of the upside potential. So it's not a great recommend from me, but for high spenders, this would be a decent offer for sure. Mini mix, we know that. And then the faction accessories, these typically are not very good in my opinion. And since it is Monday morning, I do like to quickly get you caught up on some things coming down the line in gaming in general this week. Obviously, a big deal is Diablo 2, the remaster. They're calling it Diablo 2 Resurrected, is going to be live this week. I believe, if I remember right, is going to be Thursday morning at, I think it's 10 a.m. for me. So it'd be like 11 a.m. Eastern and like 8 a.m. Pacific on Thursday morning, I think. I might be wrong on the exact minute, but basically for Americans, it's going to be Thursday morning that Diablo 2 Resurrected is going to be live. You can see over there, it is $40 for the base version, $60 for the Prime Evil version that I think gives you some extra cosmetics and stuff. And another super hyped up release is going to be Amazon's New World launching on September 28th. One thing to take note of, when you go to the site, it does default you to the deluxe version. So you're going to be like, oh wait, it's $50. I thought it was $40. You can actually switch up on the top middle here to the standard version, which is $40 if you want the little bit of the cheaper option. You've also got the Steel Book Edition that is not available yet. It's going to be a limited kind of exclusive collector's edition type thing, I think. But yeah, so you've got the normal version for $50. And then the standard, the cheapest option of $40, available both on Amazon and Steam, launching again on September 28th. So that will do it for what I wanted to get covered in this one to get you caught up on Monday morning in Raid and also in general. So if you're watching this right away, I will be live for the next few hours. There will be a link down below indicating whether I am still live or not. So have a great start to your week. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace.